Again, a Non-Gay is a podcast from James Barr and Dan Hudson. Whether you identify as gay or non-gay, you'll totes be offended by this.
How long has it been since you had a wank?
Dan, stop it. No one wants to know. I don't really think it's great to talk about this stuff. I constantly worry that, like, when I get a job at ITV, that they're going to listen to this and then just be like, oh, actually, he probably isn't for daytime. But I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I'm only asking because you brought it up apropos of nothing.
When?
Yourself, like 3 weeks ago.
Apropos what? Is that another band? I had two yesterday.
Why did you have two?
I don't know. I feel really...
At either end of the day?
No.
What, just one after the other?
Pretty much, with like an hour in between.
Wow.
I just was feeling
impressive.
I'm not sure I feel comfortable with you saying impressive. I was just like...
Good stamina.
I think it's because I was just a bit... Because this guy, Dan 3, he's like... We don't live in the same city, so there's like a distance thing, so it's just annoying.
Well, where does he live? Oh, Manchester?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's not that far, but like...
Yeah, I get it, it's far
I can't just go there tomorrow, like now, if I want to. Anyway, so I was just getting out of the way so I would just be able to live my life without eyeing guys up on the tube.
And then again, an hour later.
And then again, an hour later. I was rewarding myself.
What, for the first one?
Welcome to a gay and a non-gay.
I thought you only did it on a reward basis.
I do think of it like that, but it doesn't need to actually have happened as a reward. But it's just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do that because I deserve it. Do you not do that? Well, how do you do it? Do you think there's definitely thought that goes into it before you do it? You don't just end up doing it. So what's your...
you kind of just do.
No, I mean, you're taking the mick out of me for having like a rewards-based scheme where I'm like, oh, I deserve that, like it's a treat. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. How do you get into it?
I don't know, you do just kind of do it, don't you? I don't think, oh my God, like I don't
did
know.
My tax.
Yeah, although, I mean, I've been putting that off for so long. When's the tax year?
What?
I feel like
April, isn't it?
The problem is, I don't do mine until Talia does hers because I copy her.
What?
Anyway.
Wow. But you don't know this because we edited it out, but Dan just had a 5-minute meltdown about when he's going to do his taxes, and I had to sit here and listen to it.
It's long. Yeah.
Right, back to what we were talking about.
It's tax deductible. No, you just do it, don't you? For the most part, you just do it.
No, you don't. You don't just do it.
Unless you live with loads of people and they're all out, and then you're like, oh, well, this is like a gold opportunity, but I don't.
Right, so there you go. You're rewarding yourself. You're like, oh, I've got the house to myself.
No, it's not a reward, is it? It's just like...
I'm just interested in...
It's an opportunity, not a reward, right?
Right.
You don't reward yourself because everyone's gone out, but you
kind of the same thing. Don't look a gift house, a horse in the mouth.
Doesn't mean anything.
I know. Right, so you do the same thing. You're like, oh, okay. But what if you're like really tired and you're like, oh, you know what, I deserve it. Or like, oh, I did a really good day at work today, so I feel great about myself. Or like if you just worked out at the gym.
No, because that kind of takes your energy away.
No, it makes me really horny.
We don't want to go down that road again.
Which road? The Horn Highway.
You being horny at the gym.
Why?
We got a complaint about that. Anyway.
Did we? Why?
The complaint, the guy tweeted us.
Oh, God. We should talk about that. I'm telling you that whoever wins X Factor immediately goes home and does that. That's a thing.
No, they won't have time.
Do you not do it on your birthday? It's literally my first thought. I'm like, it's my birthday, so that is genuinely true. You don't do that. What? I feel like you're lying. You're doing that classic thing you do where you're just like, I don't know, you just play dumb.
What about Christmas Day?
Yeah, Christmas Day, same. Like, when are you going to do that? Do you not think of it like
Halloween?
that? No, probably not Easter either.
Valentine's Day?
That's going to be quite lonely, isn't it, for me? Seeing as I've been single for the last 5 in a row.
True.
But yes, probably. Probably. Do you not do that?
Mother's Day?
Dan!
I'm just asking
Answer my question. Don't say Mother's Day. Daddy Day.
Oh.
Do you not do it? You don't do that?
No, just do it when it...
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You are. You promised me on your birthday you don't go, right, I'm going to do it.
I haven't got time on my birthday. I've got shit to be doing, haven't I?
What?
Like eating cake, and not the kind of cake that your mate likes to spaff in. Which we talked about in a previous episode called Cake.
A gay and a non-gay. Give it some gay.
Right, Dan, we've got a complaint. This is probably our first complaint.
I don't know, we've had a few people on Twitter saying things like, what the fuck is this podcast?
Stop it. No, everyone's really nice normally.
For the most part, actually, we don't really get any...
No, I think we're both flawed by the responses
Any
we get.
beef,
And
so-
I guess because we often talk about stuff that is a bit adult, but we go deep too and talk about some real stuff.
I would quite like to to have some arguments with some, like, homophobic people.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure any of them are listening.
I don't want them to exist, but if they do exist...
You want to shut
and they're
them
going to
down?
direct it at anyone. I'd rather it was us.
No, I mean, I think that's great, Dan. Thank you. So if someone was going to pick on me in the street, would you stand up for me?
Yeah.
Would you go and hit them on?
I did stand. I was on a bus and a guy started being homophobic. So
No way.
I stood up to him. Yeah.
To who?
To this guy. He was being really weird. It was on the train. I was on the bus to Brixton Academy and from Victoria, I think. And I think I'd let something go quite recently and I felt bad about it ever since. I was like, I'm not going to let that happen again. This guy, he was sort of misquoting the Bible. And what you may or may not realize is I know the Bible pretty well. So he was saying, he was picking on all these women, like, which is just not on. And we go and sit next to them and he'd just be annoying them. And he was saying something like, oh, have you read the Bible? And I was like, look, I have read the Bible. I've read it twice, actually. And Jesus would not be on this bus approving of this. And everyone was clearly grateful. And I just said, look, leave them alone. Focus on me. Just talk to me. And he did. And then the bus got to my stop and I was like, well, I've got to get off now. And he probably thought that was him, like, winning. It's like, well, no, I've literally got to get off the bus. And that was that. That was the last time it happened. I do live in fear of it happening again and being like, I don't know, like too scared to or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's great that you stood up to him. What was he saying that was homophobic?
He was mad. Like, he was actually mad. Like, he was insane. But he was doing that thing that I hate, which is like equating Christianity with homophobia, which is not actually a thing. There are a lot of Christians who are homophobic, like, of course.
Well, no, there's a lot of people that are homophobic
Yeah.
that use other things as an excuse. That's the most thing I have with hate crimes.
Right.
The thing that I have with hate crimes that annoys me the most is like, do not use your religious beliefs or your political beliefs or whatever for the fact that you are hating on someone.
Yeah.
Just own the fact that you want to hate on someone.
Yeah.
Like, it is not because you're a Christian that you hate gay people. It is
Yeah.
not because you're from the Southwest that I don't know where that's going. It is not because
Yeah.
it is not because you.
It's not because you're from Bristol.
It's not because you're a Trump fan that you hate people.
Yeah.
You just hate people.
Yeah.
Like, you have a problem yourself.
And don't use Jesus, who, like...
Right, exactly.
Who's
Who's a cool guy.
apparently
Like, he did some cool things, right?
Yeah, who, like, obviously loved everyone and hung out with the prostitutes. No, he did, though. Like,
I know, Dan. I've read the Bible.
he's the only...
Don't start on me.
He's the only guy in history to hang out with prostitutes completely on a...
Is that true?
Well,
Yeah.
if we're assuming that the Bible is true,
Right, okay,
then-
cool.
then
Yeah,
yes,
of course.
it's true that
Yeah, caveat. But
Yeah.
cool guy. Didn't
Yeah.
hate on anyone.
no,
Yeah, all these idiots go around using his name as an excuse for the fact that they're just like complete idiots.
yeah,
No, mate, it's not because of God. It's because you're a twat.
yeah. But I genuinely, like, I hate it. The Christian thing really, really, really annoys me because it's becoming worryingly fashionable to equate those two things together because unfortunately,
Religion and
homophobia, yeah.
okay.
And it's not on. And that's that.
Cool.
Anyway, I was buzzing when I got off the bus.
A gay and a non-gay. Two unlikely friends take on the world.
I think using a religion kind of gives you a wider berth because you get to go, oh, but they're Christian, so they've just got weird beliefs. Like, no, actually, that's really bad. Like, I identify as a Christian as well, and I think that's kind of wrong, especially for the church to have a load of people saying horrific, hateful things,
Yeah.
because it makes the church look bad. And it's actually not necessarily even their fault, really.
Yeah.
Certainly not Jesus' fault.
The issue is, well, in this country, the issue is you've got the Catholic Church are the most conservative of them all. And they are the ones that are historically anti-gay and they won't even have bloody women bishops. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
That's so terrible.
So boring. So boring. And there's no contraception in, like, oh. Whereas other branches of the churches, like, for example, the Methodists, or the Church of England.
Are they called branches?
Yes, they are called
they
branches.
actually called a branch?
Is that funny?
Yeah, it's just like...
Have you not heard of that term, branch to describe?
No, not to describe churches.
But they're just like, come on.
Like they're a BHS or a Greggs or... Anyway, no, I'm laughing because I'm enjoying hearing you rant about it because it's very true. Why are there not women bishops? And also, why is there not contraception in countries that have AIDS and HIV spreading like wildfire? Oh, because you think that you shouldn't. It's because the Catholic Church, the Pope, etc., feels as though sex shouldn't be for recreation. So therefore, why would you give people condoms? I'll tell you why. To stop disease spreading.
Yeah. And also, how have we got to this point without clocking that people are going to do shit that you don't want them to do? They're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? They're going to do it. So just make life easier for them. They're not going to not do it because you tell them to, whether you're the government or whether you're supposedly God's representative on earth, which is what the Pope is. Like, they're not going to do...
That's a crazy name for him.
What? The Pope?
God's representative on earth.
Well, that's his name, but that's what he is, yes.
Is he?
If that's what the Catholics believe, yeah.
That's crazy. How can you call yourself that?
Well, there's a whole process. This is for Catholics, right? So,
that's what I'm saying. But if he's being called God's representative on earth to everybody, then...
No, but it's only the Catholics that think that.
Right, so we don't think that.
Well,
Christians
I have no idea
don't think that.
Okay, so Catholicism is... Catholicism is part of Christianity, right?
Right, I don't know, is it?
Yes, you did know that.
No, I don't think I did. Then there's the Church of England. They're all Christians.
Yeah, the Church of England is...
Why is there 3 of them?
There's about 100 of them. But
why?
In this country, the main ones are Catholicism.
Right.
Church of England is Protestant-ish. Yeah. And then there's Methodism.
Which is also Protestant?
Oh my God, this is different. It's a different branch entirely. But they're kind of in the middle of the Church
it's
of
very
England.
confusing. Why are there so many? Why can't people just decide? I mean, that's just completely ridiculous, isn't it? If there's going to be a religion, surely we all stick to the same hymn book, to coin a phrase that's very relevant.
That's a stupid thing to say. That's like saying, why can't all the Jewish people and all the Muslims and all the Sikhs and the Hindus just start, to quote you, singing from the same hymn sheet? Like,
I mean, why not?
Thing.
I know I sound really thick, Dan, but I am being a bit thick. But I was brought up Christian, so I don't know why I'm being so thick. But so I'm just really like, I've never heard him called that before. So does he have like a queue of people like wanting to chat to him about stuff? Like,
well, yeah. Have you not seen when he's doing his thing, like on Easter Sunday?
Yeah, but I don't understand what he's saying because he's like it's subtitled and stuff, isn't it?
Well,
he's like speaking in Italian.
Oh, he's just
or
talking
like Latin or something.
He's just talking about God, isn't he, and stuff.
Right. I want to ask you. I just think it's so inappropriate after all of this. I was just like, he must be like, yeah, I deserve it. I deserve to let one out because I am literally like...
Well, I'm pretty sure... I wouldn't want to speculate, but I mean, it's not for me to pass judgment, but if he's following the letter of the law, then he won't be doing that, will he?
I hope not.
Number 1 for non-gays.
Right, we've had our first complaint. And to be honest, I sort of agree with them.
Okay.
So I won't say it's from. I feel like he's cool. I've checked his Twitter, although I followed him, he didn't follow me back. Probably because he thinks I'm awful. Or to quote him, a silly gay. Which I fully agree with. Okay, so here we go. I've been listening to the A Gay and a Non-Gay podcast, which is usually very good.
Thanks.
And I've been catching up on podcasts, but one from November 2016 has got me very annoyed. In a discussion about gym locker rooms, James states that, quote, if there is a gay person in there, they 100% are looking at cocks. He also says he feels uncomfortable because he's looking at naked men sneakily. So the thing is, I agree with that, and I need to listen back, and we probably should have played a clip. We probably could put a clip in. Let's put a clip in.
Do you turn towards the locker so you're not hanging it out?
No, not really.
You don't think about it, do you?
I'm not asked enough, no. And nobody looks at anybody else's, like...
Yeah, but I tell you what, if there's a gay person in there, they 100% are.
I suppose I sound like I'm talking on behalf of all gay men. I 100% did not mean to do that. And I've said a few times on this podcast that I don't want to be a poster child, but it's difficult not to be because the title of our podcast is a gay and a non-gay. So I think for Dan and I, we both feel like I'm speaking so fast. But I think we both feel like sometimes without meaning to, we are representing our community, right? Like, do you sometimes feel like you have to be careful because you're representing all non-gay people?
No, because that's such a big cross section, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't sigh.
No, I hate that it is. You're right. It is.
Yeah,
a
but
big,
it is.
But then so is gay. That's a big cross section.
It's not as big, is it? Like,
okay, fine. No, of course it's not. It's a minority.
Well, yeah. So
I'm going to get in trouble again for saying the wrong thing. Anyway, right. Okay, it's very hard. Do you know what? It is hard, though, because to speak as a gay man openly and publicly is a lot of responsibility because suddenly...
Yeah, I know, I agree.
Yeah, and that's, a problem with mainstream media as well because so many gay people are representing... Like, it can ease... This is why people get angry when there's, like, camp people on X Factor because it's like, you're giving us a bad name. I would never say that. That is horrendous. But I understand the thinking behind it in that you don't want people to think you are the same as that person. So this complaint is based upon the same kind of idea as that, in that he doesn't want people to think that, he doesn't want non-gay men to think that gays are always checking out their dicks in a changing room, which I agree with. That is awful and would make any non-gay listening to this podcast feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Did it make you feel uncomfortable after I said that? Did you go into changing rooms and start thinking... There's a gay person there, they're going to look at me?
No, but I wouldn't necessarily care or think about who was gay in the gym.
Right. I mean, I said it to you and you didn't
probably
think
go to gyms where there's a higher concentration of gay people than I do.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I suppose I was just... Well, let's carry on. He said, I'd like to state this is 100% not the case, and it's terrible, terrible example. The vast majority of gays don't go to the gym to look at naked men. They go for the same reason as straight guys, because they're insecure about their bodies. True, but I didn't say gay men. I hope I didn't say that gay men go to the gym to look at guys naked. That is not what I do. There's no way I do that. I go to the gym because I want to have good mental health and then have a good body. But if there's a naked man in front of me in the changing room, it's my natural human instinct to look at them.
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant to say.
Sure.
I'll continue. The whole idea gays are spying on straight boys is a massively dated concept, horribly damaging to inclusion of gay people, and should not be taken as representative of gay people. I also agree. The discussion on the podcast fails to realise the problem isn't with gym locker rooms, it's with James. And that's very disappointing, considering the rest of the time the podcast does wonders for breaking down the barriers between gays and non-gays. Oh, I'm sad. People go to the gym because they're insecure about their bodies. The last thing you need is a silly gay checking you out and making you feel even worse. So, I'm a silly gay. Anyway, short version, straight guys in gyms. The gays are not there to look at you naked. They are there for the same reason as you. Please don't treat gay guys any differently. I would say he's slightly overreacting. I agree with so much of that. And I hate to think that I'm causing an issue with inclusion at the gym. Like, that's absolutely not what I'm going for here. We are the opposite of that. We want everyone to feel comfortable and safe with who they are. But what I'm saying is, if you're in the gym, Dan, and there's a naked man in front of you as a non-gay, don't you look at them?
No.
I think I was more saying I feel uncomfortable.
I really wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You'd see it?
No, I'd try not to.
Right, okay.
A better example would be a girl, wouldn't it? But that doesn't happen.
No, and it should, I think. I think it's really weird that we're
I think we had this conversation on that episode.
Okay, I know. I suppose I'm just saying that we segregate each other and we shouldn't segregate each other, but...
No, but it's not fair to put, like...
Well,
to put girls in the changing room
okay,
with the... Do you know what I mean? Like...
Is it fair to put... Well, then, so should I be as a gay man, should I be in a changing room with a woman?
But you're not, are you?
No, of course not. But I'm saying, should I be? Because then I'm not attracted to them. If the reason that...
I don't know.
Because if you're in a changing room, right, you're non-gay, you're not going to look at anyone, right? You're supposedly... That's... because you're not gay, so you're straight, so therefore you aren't looking at another man.
I'm not going to, like, wander around with my eyes shut, but I'm just really, for the most part, I'm just focused on, like, getting out of especially the gym I go to is rank. I'm just focused on getting out of there.
If your changing room was mixed and there was a woman naked walking past you, would you look at them? Not through choice, but would you naturally just look at them?
It would be difficult
not to,
wouldn't it?
Great. There you go. So that's exactly what I'm saying about being gay, I think.
But... Yeah.
It's very hard not to look.
Yeah.
I'm not there to look, but it's hard not to.
Yeah.
So I prefer gyms where I'm... This is my funeral.
Honestly, I just hate going to the gym and discovering that there's someone there of any kind.
I know, right. I love it when there's just me in there.
Because the gym that I go to is 24 hours, and when I go there's no one there, and I can go in there sometimes and, like, blast out metal, like, absolutely decimate the gym with... Touche Amore.
What? You can actually play your own music?
If there's no one in there, yeah.
Off your phone, I guess.
Off whatever. But yeah.
Do you take a speaker with you?
No, there's a speaker system in there.
Oh my God, amazing.
So if there's no one in there, then...
Just plug it in.
Yeah. And then inevitably some prick will turn up.
I hope you turn it off.
My mum goes to the gym at first thing in the morning, like she's the first one there. But there's like beef with other people who turn up there early and put heart on.
Anyway, I'd like to apologise to our listener who made a very valid complaint, and I'm afraid that maybe I did the wrong thing in sounding like I was representing everybody, and that he's right. It's just me, a silly gay.
A silly gay.
Although I don't think that's necessarily true. I'm not there to check guys out. I think that's where he got me misconstrued. Like, I'm not there to do that, but naturally I can't help but look at a bum. But I tell you what, I look away immediately. I'm like,
You just bank it for later. If it's been a long day.
Find us on your socials at Gay NonGay. Listen at gaynongay.com or just search NonGay at your fave pod app.